Or what's up, people? This camera's got a little delay. That sucks. Whatevs. Put my Grateful Dead banner up for the hippies. I'm not really a Deadhead. I guess I'm a poser Deadhead. But I love the artwork and I love hippie culture. And I love a few of their songs. But for the most part, they just play way too long. They're like acid rock, or they're not even acid rock. They're like a jam band. But I love Grateful Dead heads. Like the fans, like they have the coolest fans. Like that shit's cool. I just hung it up. It goes really nice with my red bedspread. Bed's thrash. I just hung up the curtains. Just finally moving into this place, man. This is taking way too long. I did not think it was gonna be this crazy. It's a lot of work moving. A lot of work, especially if the house isn't ready. Holy crap. You know, I didn't even do this right. Usually you don't move into the house until you get it finished, but you know. There's some things going on. I was really not getting along with my parents, or my mom and my stepdad. I was like, this has got to change, man. Something's got to give, and something did give, and it was kind of an interesting time. Interesting day though for the internet, man. Holy crap! I'm over here tripping balls. A buddy of mine wanted me to get into Bitcoin a long time ago. Well, it wasn't even a long time ago to me. It was like 10 years. It was about 6 years. About 5 or 6 years ago. And I would have had a substantial amount of money if I wouldn't have touched it. But knowing me, I would have touched it, which is another thing. I'm not a person that can hold things, so I have to like hide them. Otherwise, I'll like play with them and mess it all up. And I don't know if anybody else. I mean, people are pretty. What is the word? Strict. I don't know if that's the word. Strict. Strict. Is that the word? I have no idea. People are very, it's like strong-minded, I guess. Strong-minded. And, there's another word. Every time I film a video, I can't remember anything. I think it's definitely the staring back at yourself in the mirror thing. Or the picture. But yeah. If I was talking to somebody else, I'd probably be able to come up with it because, you know, I feel like I'm presenting this video to myself when I watch this thing. I should probably go on some other bullshit, but try and stop Dealio. But yeah, with my investments, you know, there's a lot of different types of investments. Right now I'm trying to diversify as much as possible and put my eggs into different baskets, as many as possible. And even music, I'd like to eventually get paid for. You know, there's just too many good musicians to not. To not expect that, you know. Oh, this guy's getting back to me on a comment. Probably gonna tell him, yeah, dude, you lost bad. Sucks to be you, bruh. Yeah, this guy did the same thing that I did. Except I didn't invest in silver when I was doing this investment. I didn't have anything. I had a car, and that was gifted to me, and that was it. I had tools. I had a bunch of tools, but they weren't like making me money. That was the only investments that I had were a bunch of tools. Which I don't even have those tools anymore. But it's whatever. Yeah, These lessons you can't. These investment lessons you learn. You can't. Someone can't just tell you. Um, they just can't tell you. It's just wisdom is not taught. Honestly, I mean, you can't teach someone these lessons. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my personality. Like I'm saying, like I was trying to say, if I can see something that I own and I see it on a daily basis, eventually it'll go into a spot in my mind where I'll think I could trade that, or that's not really that. That's this, and you can do that. It's freedom of choice. You see something, you can literally make whatever decision you want on the thing. I have a cell phone here. You could trade it. Not this one actually, but I'm just saying it. General, like anything can be traded. Paint pens, good paint pens. I know graffiti writers all day that'll trade those. I always look for things that have like value to them, like intrinsic value, like well, everything I have in general in here is pretty dumb. I got a fridge. That could definitely be resold. I got a stereo system, but I'm not trying to go into the stereo selling business. You really can't get much for it, really. If you put it on a buy and sell, but a fridge you could get. This is a mini fridge. You probably get $40 or $50, but that's just how I think. I just look at like flipping things, and like, do I really need it? And I recycle a lot. I recycle things. I have a hard time throwing things away, but lately I've been doing good, and I've been throwing lots and lots of stuff away. And I can keep, there's certain things that, I don't give a fuck about how people look at me if they think that they have no, just because somebody else doesn't see any value in something doesn't mean it doesn't have any value at all. At all. That does not make any sense. Like, I threw away this futon today. I got my king size bed in here, but my stepdad took it away, and he was just like, I could tell he was just like, oh really? You want the legs off the futon? And they're like chrome, And people just don't see your vision, They were good. I paid $150 for this crappy futon. Well, I thought it was a deal, but it ended up being a shitty futon. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take the legs off it. They're not scratched up. They're not nicked. There's still stainless steel on there. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take those. What happens in 2 months when I'm building like a some kind of dresser or some kind of bar, and I'm like, you know what? I wish I had some legs to put on the bottom of this thing to raise it up, because that's what I want. And chances are I'll really do that. I know that's a hoarder mentality, you'll never get to it, but I do get to it. I get to a lot of things. Most things I've made have been out of recycled materials that I've made. I try to make it a point to actually use the things, and I just think most people don't. They say they're going to, but they don't, and I don't want to be one of those people, that's for sure. But if you go into my shop and it's all organized, stuff's organized in boxes, separated. This you can build this out of, this you can build this out of, and I continuously go through it and create and make money off of it. I maximize profits by probably 1,000%, at least. And I can't even it's hard to. I probably even more than that, because you can't just buy these pieces like they're recycled pieces. What was I gonna do? Oh, I have some books over here that I think have a little bit of value. I have a essential oils book that's actually like all those hippie people are like tripping balls on those. You could sell that, but yeah. There's a lot of business hippies in like Northern California, I always hated them, but now I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, am I one of them? I hope not. I really hope not. I mean, there's like cannabis connoisseurs and just the dude that sold us this actually on the side of the freaking highway. He's just got like tie-dye short shirts galore, skirts, hella banners, like big old shroom ones, you know. And he's just a dirty like business hippie, I call them. They're business hippies, like, you know, they're like, peace, love, man, buy this shit for like $200, bro. It's like going to a good cause, man. And I'm like sitting there like, dude, when I was smoking weed and I was chilling on the streets and I looked like you, dude, I didn't give a fuck about any. Why am I? I'm not gonna ask somebody for money. You got me all messed up, dude. You think I'm gonna ask somebody for money? And there's some, and people are so like legit on asking people for money. It's unbelievable, dude. It's like fucking crazy, dude. Smoking weed, bro. Like, can I get a 20 spot, man, for this like shirt that cost me $1, bro? Not even like 20. Like 20 would be legit price for a shirt. They're talking like $100, like $70 for a tie-dye shirt, dude. Are you fucking serious? Tie-dye shirts, dude. I can go buy. You get a tie-dye kit. I think it's like $15 at Walmart, and you know, a bunch of white t-shirts. Those would probably be like max like 20, maybe even 10. So like go high, that'd be like $40. Like $40 for about like 5 or 7. I think they come in 7-packs. Like $40 for 7 shirts that are tie-dyed however you want, whichever color combination you want. And why would I want to buy somebody's tie-dye shirt for like 70 or like $60 when I can go buy like 7 for the same price and have more fun and have a story that actually like goes with my shirt? And I guess people don't have the time. They're making money, and so they're willing to pass that money off for someone's shirt, but I don't know. If people don't have the money to save, people don't have the time to save money. Think about that. Because that's essentially what it is. They don't have the time to go in their backyard and get a little dirty and probably hang out with their kids. They just don't have the time. It's crazy. Don't have the time to save money. That's how I look at it, and I think that's really how. I hope that's not how it is.